Thursday, 7 August 2023, 1 o'clock in the morning. We will present now the report on diary. It's quite simple to get and understand, and we will have this talk very simple here. I will observe that I reported the security plan using the database Sigma, but I must have the input as information to do not be on dependence as a single source of data, especially big data as a compiled data arranged by the conformance of and using the institutional fail and corruption. The period is 1920 up to 2028. Current cut 1950 up to 2023. The embedded system and the program language when we had this kicked for kind of standardized use and applications. We use the philosophy because I had no idea about many things, had kind of the strong commitment to understand, evidence the proofs, such the make decision, and do the machine learning to have in order and offer the accuracy desire in order to have no excuse to apply the consequence or have this the claim by a judicial chair against the crime in all areas. It's against the pandemic crime, even not set yet as a concrete architecture. The array, and we observe that the state decision using the judicial power is corrupted, even by silence. Cognitive gap, even a bias, even by gaps. State decision corrupted. Array the G20 with limit 197 and extension 200. Its effect proven. It's on beach house at the board. When you do the violation of my private leave, you got in touch with this. So you broke the integrity as my environment to research, do things, and the interest got equally hurted by you, criminal offender at the G20. You know, driving things by corrupted and keeping things by institutional corruption. NATO Security Plan 1920 up to 2028 database Sigma. We evidenced state crime and treasonable acts by a diagram. A. Police. B. Prosecution. C. Justice. The pattern in general, the police A. Received the information, got in touch with the prosecution, and the case go to the judge. In general, it's like this, but if the judge got in touch with the police, the prosecution, and which is something worse in many situations, with the victims and the offenders, like we observe in Brazil, by decisions offered as a market, the pattern as partiality will be broken. By this, all critical decisions by the Brazilian judicial system at the period observed at least since 2018 Security Forum are under suspicious evidence now proven, considering the global events on it and the global partners obtaining advantage through the suspicion system, criminal association. This go deeper when the outliners became the pattern as outline. It's the index. We observed at the board a dozen times with the curves, with the quadrant, as for quadrant using epsilon function x, the variable and the estimative. The outline functional goes by records, corrupted even by silence, as we proved at the G20. Then you will check that the fake on records that starts at the police department with the prosecution on it, leading to the justice in general, will be something that will go bigger and higher. If you notice, profitable and suffering no consequence, if you must do the consequence, but you are now the criminal activity as new mafia, right? We will observe that this will engulf your judicial system, and this circle indeed is the not affecting your defensive system. The mafia has as the value the courage. Is the first thing that sets those kind of criminal organizations. Generally, they are expressing and allowing others to experience the resistance by things they believe, but they do things in general in a criminal ways. We will observe that this situation here, as we proved using our report, allow to understand that the Treasonous Act must be under capital punishment. Is the new mafia able to present the courage? Because we are setting this, for instance, as a simulation or a role play. Because as we could observe and prove, if we kick at this without looping the effect, you all are evidence that suspicious, corrupted, and doing the Treasonous Act. Looping this warrant and the entire complainant activity and three groups of accusation will set for you all at the G20 by police, prosecution, justice, and defense offer the dismiss list. If you do not accept, we will run this situation, right? It's valid, but we are considering that it's not valid yet by a simple thing, which is that you are all involved, right? Except me, single creditor. So, which will be your position? Criminal offenders integrated and in solidarity through this institutional corruption at the G20, suffering 38 trillion session at this warrant that allow it to get this and push you a bit more cornered, exposing now your cowardice as new mafia, the mafia without courage and bravery. Caught as Treasonous Act, which is a consequence of the suspicions by the use of judicial power as state power misguided by corruption. And you all deserve suffer the capital punishment as regular consequence against this kind of treason. If you do not offer the dismiss list, we run the case. 1-1. 00, not running the case yet, considering that this is a simulation or a role play. Kind of the randomic access memory of something that's not randomic. If you do not offer the dismiss list, which is an opportunity to depurate things, we will run the randomic operational memory, which is the current case, or the recovery, the point as objective, RPO. It's a program language set by classic program language, very functional, precise, flawless by the values optimized that allowed us to expose your cowardice. Right, criminal systems, I told I don't like none of you. Have a great night. Decision up to you. You have 7 days to decide if this warrant will receive the dismiss list or will do the order to dismiss the criminal and put them on jail, having no ties with the institution. I'm protected in both cases because I'm not like you. You are a criminal, you are below the animals. Have a good week.